Hello, fourth graders. This video will entail adjectives that tell how many on page 88 to 89. I know you don't have your book, but I have attached, I know it's not the best, but I copied and pasted what I could from your book, page 88 and 89. I will share that screen with you. So adjectives that tell how many. Remember adjectives, you watch the Schoolhouse rock video on adjectives, unpacking your adjectives. So they describe nouns. They can be colors, sizes, shapes. You thought of a lot of different adjectives on the activity you did last week that you submitted to me. And this one we're kind of going to be narrowing down adjectives that tell how many. So it's not only just a number, so that number tells you exactly how many you have of something, of that noun, but it can also be kind of vague, like few, or several, or some, many, okay? So look for those keywords. They can be exact numbers, or they can be about this many numbers, okay? So this is the lesson here, adjectives that tell how many. So some adjectives tell exactly how many, or about how many. They come before nouns. For example, three polar bears were in the den. Well, polar bears is your noun. What is describing your polar bears? The number 3. Okay, that tells you exactly, okay, exactly how many. The about how many, we don't know exactly for sure, but several polar bears were in the den, all right? Polar bears is still your noun. Den is also your noun, but nothing is describing den. So numbers can be used as adjectives to tell exactly how many. Okay, here are your numbers. They are in written form. They're not going to be, most likely they're not going to be just the number 4. They're going to be in word form. These words can be used as adjectives to tell about how many. Here we have many, some. Here's your noun, zoos. How many zoos? Well, many zoos. How many animals? Some. They don't give an exact number. All right, so which sentence has an adjective that tells about how many? Polar bears live in the Arctic. Some polar bears live in the zoos. Polar bears are white. Okay, well, yes, B is the correct answer. Your keyword is some polar bears live in the zoo. This is pretty straightforward. Hopefully you can catch on. You just got to know adjectives that tell exactly how many or about. Okay, it's describing the noun. Okay, in exercise 1 here, it says add an adjective that tells exactly how many or about how many of each noun. Tell whether the adjective tells exactly how many or about how many. So, animals. How many animals do we have? I'm going to say 5. But really, I should write the word. So you may have heard me when you write your papers. Usually and generally when you write papers, if the number is less than 10, you write out the word. It's just more formal that way. And that's telling us exactly how many. So I'm just going to put an E for exactly. How many bears? We have some bears in the woods. Okay, some is an exact number. Some is about how many. So I'm going to put an A for about. Icebergs, oh gosh. There were 6 icebergs ahead. Okay, that's exact, so I'm going to put an E. Okay, let's skip down to scientists. Well, right now there are a lot of scientists looking for a cure for the coronavirus. So we'll do, I don't know, we'll do 300. Okay, it's more than 10, so I'm just going to write the number 300. And that's exact. I don't know exactly for sure if that's how many. There's probably way more than that. And then our friend, let's call him Dave, our seal. Friend Dave. Dave and his friends, about how many are hanging on the shore? Well, there are several of them. Several seals, and that's an about. We don't know how many unless we actually counted. Seals is the noun, several is describing seals. All right, in exercise 2, I believe I gave you work for this. And on your document that's attached, I did 6, 7, 8, and 9 for you. So let's kind of go over those. And I think I told you for exercise 2 and exercise 3 to complete the first 5. So let's just try number 6. A polar bear, actually let's read the directions. Find the adjective in each sentence that tells how many. Does it tell exactly how many or about how many? So you're going to find your adjective, and then after you're going to write exactly or about. You can put an E or an A. A polar bear can smell a seal 20 miles away. Well, let's pick out our nouns. Polar bear is a noun. Seal is a noun. Miles is a noun. Remember, our focus is adjectives that tell how many. Well, plain and simple, they actually give you the numbers here, okay? So you would write 20 or type it on the document, and then this tells us exactly, so then you're gonna write exactly or exact. Number 7, it takes the cubs a few years to learn how to hunt well. All right, well, cubs is a noun, years is a noun. I guess we could say it is a noun. But what describes each one of these? Nothing is really describing it. Nothing is describing cubs. We're looking for numbers or about. What's describing years? Well, few is describing years. And that's not exact, okay? That's about. Few, about. Okay, I hope you get the gist of that. And then exercise 3, you are to do number 1 through 5. Complete each sentence with an adjective that tells how many. So you get to choose by using the parentheses to help you. So for example, in number 6, first it's telling you to use the about how many. You're not going to give an exact number. You're going to give roughly, several, many, some. So blank different kinds of animals are food for polar bears, including seals, fish, and ducks. You could say, make sure it makes sense. A lot of them will make sense, but I'm going to say several different kinds of animals are food. That makes sense. Okay. And number 7, about how many, again, you're not giving an exact number, just about. A polar bear's nose lets it smell prey. Several also would. Actually, I'm going to change it to many. Many is a good one. Many miles away. I can't say 5, I can't say 7. It's about how many. Okay, hopefully that helped you get in the groove with adjectives that tell how many. We'll be continuing with adjectives within the next week and probably into the following week as well. So hopefully I'll have more videos for you. Have a good day.